I'm doing a coaching session with someone this evening about Golgari. And I wanted to get games in with this, just because this is like the main build people are playing, even if it's not how I would personally build the deck. Like, everyone is just building Demon. And personally, I think people should be building Innkeeper's Talent. I think Innkeeper's Talent is a much more exciting card to me with Llanowar Elves, but I did just want to give this a spin. I think being Golgari is the best. That's kind of a hot take. I have not actually played with Bean Golgari yet. I assume Bean Golgari would not actually play Llanowar Elves. And would still be like pretty similar to pre-Foundation. But maybe I'm wrong about that. You think Elf is good in it? I mean, it's kind of awkward in your like 4 deadly cover-up deck, right? I think it's reasonable to say that like it is awkward against the card deadly cover-up. They play Glissa and Hogwarts. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Maybe Elf's fine in that deck. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Talent list of a few Vivians. I'm planning to play Talent after this few matches. Although it doesn't currently have any Vivians in. Maybe I should add one. Vivian might be better than I don't know. They're kind of comparable. You don't play that many cover-ups anyway. Yeah, maybe being Golgari is interesting. I would be curious to try that out. I do think Up the Beanstalk has the same problem that I assume they're like some kind of control deck. I assume Up the Beanstalk has the same problem that Annex has, lining up board against Mastermind, but you find Bean Golgari to be harder. That makes sense. Definitely does seem harder. I don't want to like overboard and then like be against a different deck to what I think they're on. So I guess I'm not going to actually sideboard that much. I guess this is like fine side. Yeah, killing flyers. It's kind of awkward to minus your Vivian to kill a 2-drop, but like, I guess you do what you gotta do sometimes, right? You do what you gotta do. Alright, come on, turn to Liliana. That would be excellent. Wait, they're like Abzan? I don't really know what's going on, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of don't want to Liliana now. I feel like if I do that, it will be a little bit sad. Just Duress them, play another elf. Taking 2 from Annex and triggering Mastermind, yeah, it's such a nightmare, right? It's like such a nightmare. Why didn't they play Beanstalk? What am I missing? Whatever. Yeah, really scared of my turn 2. Do I even want another Duress? It's like fine. I assume I'm meant to keep it. Yeah, remove their hand from the game. Seems reasonable. I could like draw a card with Dreadknight and just play a threat and start attacking them. I could also go Duress, take Leyline Binding, Liliana plus, and take every card in the entire game from them. Opponent doesn't deserve cards. You know, when you put it that way. This binding. This Liliana. What's this? Hope you don't immediately draw something that punishes me getting rid of a Go for the Throat. Overlord of the Mistwoods. Or whatever. Alright, classic domain. What a strong deck. I have so little respect from domain, it's kind of wild. Beanstalk is the only good card in their deck. As well, right? The games where domain draws Beanstalk, their deck is just like fundamentally underpowered. When it doesn't draw Beanstalk, I mean. I could go discard spell, elf. Yeah, it's been built in currently ever since rotation. I agree. I think you can do things in domain space without being a domain deck. Mostly means you probably don't play Leyline Binding. Like, we've played decks in the domain space, like the green-white deck I was playing previously, for example. Opponent's up to something over there, I guess. I don't want to take the fear, because I really want to be able to Duress this bitter, I suppose. I'm really worried they're just a reanimator deck. I guess I'll take the Atraxa. Gotta be Overlord? Yeah, maybe. Overlord's scary. For sure. Can't deny it, but let them cook. Oh, they're cooking. They are cooking. Yeah, there's some kind of reanimator thing, I think. Great. Skills Drover. It doesn't look great for us. Can't deny it doesn't look great for us. Yeah, they might play push ball. That seems quite plausible, yeah. What do I do here? I really just want to cast Glissa. I don't know if I'm allowed to. It uses my mana pretty poorly. I guess I could also just cast Archfiend and hope that I kill them in 3 turns. Yeah. Uses my mana well, and I think if we don't kill them in 3 turns, we're probably losing anyway. Assume their deck has more inevitability at the moment than ours. Yeah, don't let them find the spell. Well, he found it. Zombify, okay. I mean, looking pretty good right now. God, they don't take 2. Vomit. I guess it doesn't matter. They already took 2 anyway to cast their right of them off. So the Archfiend still has a 2-turn clock regardless. So I guess this Overlord is going to be a billion blockers. Oh my god. Yeah, also has 2 reanimation spells at 4 mana. Reanimator's sounding kind of spicy. The post-board comeback wrongs, we don't. I just copied this list from a challenge. The person that played it is not spicy enough to play comeback wrong, sadly. Although it wouldn't actually work against right of them off, unfortunately. So make of that what you will. I guess I want both double green and double black. I have throwbacks in my deck. Oh. They get back a thing with haste. It gets to attack twice. And probably just this. Right. It is unfortunate that Duress bricks on all their creatures, but also I imagine it should probably come in. I don't know. Don't know what you want from me here. Like, it's coming in, regardless of how good it is. I guess Tear Asunder and answer Atraxas in a pinch. Maybe some number of cut downs fine because of the stupid FOMO, but we have plenty of other removal that hits FOMO. I kind of wonder if Gix's command is fine. It clears Mistwood's tokens and it clears like an Atraxa. I'll need to cut a card, of course. I like all our cards at this point. Maybe I just trim a tear and just have the one tear. Reanimation deck looking kind of strong. It definitely looked pretty good that game. But as always, the answer is can they beat Graveyard Hate? Guess we're about to find out. On behalf of all the other mods. Justifiable outrage. Great. Yep. I feel like taking a reanimation spell is kind of a losing battle. Let's take the Bitter Triumph because it's a discard outlet. It's fine. I might take my Dreadknight here. It would mean I can't draw towards my lands. I need to get a little bit lucky. Oh, that's a different kind of lucky, I suppose. And next turn, please, would be phenomenal. Kind of comes down to our draw stat as to like exactly how well or badly we're doing this game. Yeah. Cool. Cool. And okay, they are bricking on land too. Thank goodness. I could play an Annex. It does get me an immediate card. And I do want to hit my land drops. Or I could get down a Glissa to try and like blow up their Overlord. I guess if they have a Bitter Triumph, I don't want to give them a target. So, although I guess I have to vacuum, so I don't really care. Whatever. I think it's still fine to get Annex. Just draws us into more Graveyard Hate. Oh, does Picklock work versus Rip? I probably knew that at some point and then forgot it. Is my assumption. I probably knew it at some point. I just feel like if I play the Archfiend, it's so likely to die. I don't know. I think this is fine. I think against their deck, we can have two Annexes going, and it's not actually that scary. They're going to tap out at some point, and we'll gain 4 back. Like, hit our land drops forever. Trying to sideboard Leyline Rip. Oh, yeah, I remember that, Gwen. Yeah, against Gyruda. Yeah, it's about whether it's the cards you've milled or the cards in your grave, right? Because if you mill them, it doesn't matter where they end up for the effect. Yeah. Go again. Say its name not working through Rip. Yep. Makes sense. They keep the obvious decisions every time. All right. Pretty unexciting hand. Doesn't have graveyard hate or Duresses, of course, but maybe Annex can dig us there if they don't have too fast a start. The Scoundrel. Wow, Scoundrel discarding a land is crazy. That is so good for me. I'm just gonna cast a 3/2. I want to start attacking. Crystal barricades a house against mono red. Yeah, that checks out. It does seem like there are some really good cards for hating against mono red. Discard an Overlord of the Mistmoors. That is terrifying. I really want to get Glissa going, but if they reanimate an Overlord, I just need to find a removal spell. Is the thing. I think I would rather attack with Dreadknight on the turn when I play Archfiend, because then their blocking is way worse. And they're like, I feel like it's a pretty clear double block on their side, almost regardless of what their hand is. Okay, goodbye Archfiend. Arcade and Authority of the Consuls. Yeah, the sideboard cards against red are like so wild. I guess the problem with not attacking last turn is now they have blockers for Glissa. Oh, whatever. Thank you, opponent. So I guess I have a choice. I can draw a card to look for Ghost Vacuum Duress, or I can play a Glissa and just hope we find a removal spell. I guess playing a Glissa presents way more pressure, so let's do that. Yeah. Oh, off the top rope. Let's go. Let's go. Draw a card first. Hey, rewarded. Exile this. Get down my elf. Pretty soon we're going to need to make a demon, but we're doing okay for ourselves. They don't have any creatures in the yard anymore to reanimate. 0 authority and barricade. It is this weird situation where the white decks almost don't even need to play those cards to be good against red. But if you like literally just want to murder the red decks, you can certainly do it. It is very true. Alright, opponent is fed up. Understandable. Mid, but fine. I kind of just want to Dreams on turn 1. Oh yeah, I could go for light playing against Toctomir potentially. Fiber, wow. Oh my god. Is this even worth spending a life on? It's just gonna die. I don't know. Yup. They are playing Case of the Crimson Pulse. Luckily we have Frillback main deck, so that is certainly gonna help against Case of the Crimson Pulse. Yours would be stuck now. I don't think going 5-0 in the challenge makes yours stuck, Kyber, but okay, Slick Shot is a lot of damage. Slick Shot is like 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Really awkward. I desperately want to save this rollback. Or like killing the case, but I guess that's just not a thing that's gonna happen. I also don't think I'm allowed to play it out right now. One life for 2, good exchange. I disagree. Duress. That does answer the case. I probably keep that, right? Then I get to go Frillback, gain life, and arrest them in the same turn. Just hope they brick for a turn or two. Or several. Probably several, ideally. Alright. Indeed, Castoral, indeed. Something like that. Something like that. Yes, I'm obligated to take the case. The bolt wave is 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we go to 1. That's exciting. Cottage food thing. Yeah. A little bit of wishful thinking. That is true. I think I am not cracking the map. I want to have enough mana to activate Cottage and crack food next turn. And I need my opponent to never draw anything. A good bit of wishful thinking, indeed. Everyone's fave. Now they can put me to 1 with the Bivouac. They're choosing not to do that. Okay. I need them to brick for 1 turn. Please and thank you. Gaining free life doesn't actually save me from a shock, sadly. So that's nice. It doesn't really save me from much of anything. I guess it saves me from second slick shot. I guess Monastery Swift Spear is a good reason to not crack this food yet. Kind of. I don't know. I think it makes no difference when I crack it, realistically. I think it just depends on, do they draw the lethal? They do. Fuck deals for at this point. Yeah. Who does? Maybe I need more Liliana's matchup. Liliana is a card I do not like very much that seems kind of perfect against that deck. I have so many bad cards against them. Obviously, I need removal spells. Like, we literally died just thanks I didn't have a removal spell. But also, last time we had this many removal spells in against them, we flooded on them terribly because they don't actually have that many targets. So I kind of wouldn't hate cutting a couple. Game 2. Pelican. Keep, I guess. Sure. Yes. Why not? And his problems, but we'll do what we can with it. I mean, that hand's also gonna have problems. Once we're done with it. Alright. Chat. We have to draw a green source next turn. We have to. Blooming Marsh, off the top. I was very ready to draw Llanowar Elf off the top, but yes, Tranquil Frillback will do too. The most green card in our deck. Great. Oh, aww. At least we're still at 20. Fortunately, this card is going to make that not the case for much longer. Very possible I meant to play Llanowar Elf here, but I guess Glissa seems fine. Try and draw us towards a land with its ability. Okay. Killing the Nemesis sure does turn off life gain, although they might just target it at the Glissa. I guess I'm just blocking regardless. This is bad, right? They should like burst lightning their Screaming Nemesis. Oh, unless they're planning to go face. I guess that's also a thing they can do. Alright, life gain no longer exists. Unfortunately. I wonder how long this Archfiend is going to have to sit on defense for. Without the Screaming Nemesis. Screaming Nemesis is very impressive. You know, like lightning helix this. Oh my god. That is well, it didn't actually kill the Archfiend. Is like the saving grace, I suppose. So now if they brick, they die. Opponent's very deep on the burn. They are. Alright, opponent, please brick for a turn. You know, that qualifies. That qualifies. Ooh, game free. They have Nemesis as well. Maybe I do want all my removal. Get lost and burn. I mean, Archfiend is very large. I think it makes a lot of sense. Honestly. Burn in Modern always used to play Path to Exile in their sideboards. It's exactly the same thing. Yeah, it's just a good card. It's exactly the same as Burn in Modern playing Path to Exile. Sometimes you need to get rid of a Tarmogoyf. You play Threaten instead. I mean, that's a thing you can do. I agree, Threaten is like an appealing card against Archfiend as well, but there are other cards you might want to kill. Not just the Archfiend. I guess I keep this. Okay, Go for the Throat was a very helpful draw. Please don't suspend your Slick Shot. Great. Alright, chat. Jam Glissa or hold open Go for the Throat. And then play Archfiend. Yeah, removal into Archfiend. That's kind of how I'm feeling, I think. It goes pretty awkward if they just kill my elf and say go. But, I don't know. Oh. Well, they could just do this. Excellent. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Why not? Borrow's Charm with Slick Shot is kind of sick. You always deal 2 even when they go to kill it. That's like legitimately kind of absurd. I was not very sold on this burn deck until I just saw exactly that interaction. But that interaction is kind of incredible. So if I play Archfiend and they have a Get Lost, I just lose the game. If I play Frillback and gain 4 and they have 2 burn spells, I feel like if they had any burn spells, they should have fired them off. But like, I don't know. Obviously, I have this cut down for the slick shot. I could just play Dreadknight, hold open, cut down. But then if they have like 2 burn spells and they draw a 3rd one, I die. So, tricky. I worry that playing Dreadknight is the most passive play. Like the play that goes wrong the easiest. I kind of want to do it. Yeah, Slickshot's the glue that's kind of keeping all this together. Slickshot does seem very good. Land. Love to see it. I think I'm forced to take 1 if they don't cast anything. Okay, now I can kill it. Please don't have second Boros Charm. I go to 6, but I'm about to gain for 4, which certainly helps. Let's get in for 6. I really don't feel like I need to draw any more cards to win this game, so I'm just not gonna pay life my Glissa. Gain 4, we go to 10. They don't cast an instant burn spell. I guess they have slick shots in their deck they can draw to. Thing. They get losting my Frillback to get in for free. Okay. If we draw an untapped land, they die. Not quite. Archfiend. I don't think there's anything that gets me here. But I guess I need to see. Nice. Alright, got our revenge against Burn. You'd love to see it. I want to play at least one more match of Demon. Oh, Kyber.